AAF, we're on the move, back with another one. All right, guys, let's get into it. Before we get started, make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy the content to the channel, so that each time a new video is dropped or I go live, you get a notification each and every time. Make sure you hit the bell so that you're notified. Also, follow me on Instagram at American Ammo Firearms. I'll leave the the link in the description for my Instagram and Facebook page. All right, guys, let's get into it today. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. We're gonna cover a new anti-gun legislation bill that's been put out there. All right, so this is House Representative Bill 121, the Gun Violence Reduction Resource Act of 2021, introduced by Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, a Democrat out of the great state of Texas, my home state. Now, what is this Gun Violence Reduction Resource Act of 2021 want to do? It wants to add 200 more ATF agents to enforce gun laws. I guess my question would be, I can't find the full entire bill to read through it. But what are these 200 agents going to be to do? What are they going to go after? Illegal guns, trafficking, illegal arms dealers? I mean, what are they going to go after? I don't believe so. I believe that they're going to go after whatever laws they come out with to come after regular citizens and have more agents to enforce whatever laws they come out with to mess with regular citizens. I don't believe it's for anti-crime. I believe the bill probably say, I don't know. I don't know what the heck it's for, to be completely honest. But let's talk numbers, man, because people lie, numbers don't. So the cost of 200 ATF agents per year based on the top salary is, their top salary is $67,668, okay? Multiply that by 200 for a yearly salary, and you get $13,533,600. So $13,533,600. So that would be the budget for the year, I'm assuming, not counting any training, initial training, ongoing training, firearms they have to carry, equipment, cars. So I'm pretty sure that number jumps expeditiously, okay? So my thought process about this is this. If you're really trying to fight gun violence and you claim that you bring this act in to fight gun violence, why don't we find out the root cause of the problem for the gun violence in the first place and attack it at the root cause? You don't want to go after the root cause because you're just doing this for the way it looks, for aesthetics, okay? Where does gun violence start? Why is there so much gun violence in inner cities? Why are cities like Chicago, Atlanta, St. Louis, New York, why these cities have so much crime? And a lot of the crime is committed by the youth. A lot of the violent gun crimes are committed by young offenders, 13-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 18-year-olds. You see the news all the time, the age group that these people, these criminals that engage in gun violence, in illegal gun violence, happens, okay? Attack it at the root cause. So you put this much money into ATF agents saying you need to add 200 agents. But on the same notes, the yearly cost average for a student for 1 year is $12,201. Okay, you multiply that by 12. So I'm saying from kindergarten to 12th grade, and that cost is $146,412 per student. So you put $146,000 in our kids' education total, but you would spend $13 million a year for ATF agents, and the cost for that for a full 12 years is $162,403,200. So for 12 years, instead of educating our students with this $162 million, they decide they want to cherry pick and add 200 agents, ATF agents, to mess with our two-way rights. That's basically what it is, and no one's gonna tell me anything different. Okay, take some of that money, the $162 million that you're going to spend over 12 years, not including training, not including vehicles, not including how much it costs to maintain these agents. So $162 million is just the tip of the iceberg of what's the real true cost of these 200 agents over 12 years, which is our kids' education from kindergarten to graduation. Take some of this money. Go to the inner city. Go to the worst gun violence areas, Chicago, St. Louis, wherever you have you. Go to these areas, take the $162 million and put some programs in place so that these people, these young kids that's coming up today, are the criminals of tomorrow. Why are they this way? Well, if you grew up in the hood where all you saw was violence and crime, and the only people that you looked up to were the drug dealers and anybody else that was committing crimes, the robbers, because they had the nice cars, okay? They had the nice clothes. They had the nice place to live. That's who you look up to. The reason people from areas that's suburban, that has a little bit higher income, the reason they're not criminals, because they grew up and they look up to doctors, lawyers, they have the nice cars. So you have to understand this from a root cause perspective. Take this money, go to these areas, put things in place, put programs in, increase the budget for the schools, get teachers in there that actually want to teach and not just trying to get a paycheck and get the hell out of there. Okay? So, you know, these plans by Sheila Jackson Lee, and this isn't the only bill that Sheila Jackson Lee has introduced. I personally will be going to and calling today to her office and complaining about these bills that she's passing, and I'm going to vote to get her out of there. Okay? And I think that we should do this for every representative that we see that goes in and puts these laws in place. And we know we go on Facebook and we talk to each other about this, but let's get after these people and get them out of office. We want to say the president now has power on this. The president is introducing all these bills. It's these Congress people, these senators presenting these bills to the House. Okay? So that's how I feel about it, guys. All right? 200 ATF agents at $11 million a year. I'm sorry, $13 million a year? I don't see it, man. I don't see how that helps gun violence. I don't know how that gun violence. ATF a lot of times go after people all day, illegal guns. Illegal guns for who? You talking about somebody living in the woods that's off the grid, that's not bothering anybody, who has 100 guns and 100,000 rounds of ammo. Let them have it. They're not the ones outside robbing people. They're not the one outside carjacking people. They're not the one outside burglarizing people. Okay? These are the people that you need to go after. And to go after them, you have to call the root cause of where these people come from and what's the reason why they're doing it. Okay? So HR 121, thumbs down for me. Okay? And I will be calling my representative, and I will be calling Sheila Jackson today, Sheila Jackson Lee, and I will let her office know how I feel. And I will be sending emails to Sheila Jackson Lee, and I will leave her information in the comments, in the description area, so that you can contact her too. All right, man. Once again, AAF, we on the move. Back with another one. I'll see you guys next time.